Hello again, everybody. Hey, I'm at the Roberson Museum in Binghamton, New York. That's on 30 Front Street, downtown Binghamton. And today they're having a grand reopen of the big train layout. They have a big HO train layout showing Binghamton around like the 1950s. I showed it before in a video. I'll put a link in the description to that video so you can see where it used to be. But they had to move it, and today they're going to have their grand reopening of the layout. So let's go inside and see how she looks.
And I'm the Director of Development here at Roberson. Thank you so much for coming to our reopening of the train exhibition. This is a very exciting upgrade, and it is part of our capital campaign that is ongoing, which I'm pleased to announce has raised $10 million of its $12 million goal. So we're doing very well. Now, I'd also like to take this moment to thank our very dedicated train volunteers who worked for months on planning and physically moving the train layout and making it as beautiful as it looks right now. So we're so grateful. Now, I'd like to introduce our lead train volunteer to give some additional information on the train exhibition. So please welcome Bob Hamilton.
So glad to see you all here today. Trains have been have quite a history here at Roberson. Nobody can seem to tell us how far back trains have been in the museum or in the mansion. We know for sure it goes back at least 30 years. There has been some type of train exhibit, whether it be up in the ballroom or in a bedroom. The last exhibit before we built down here in 2010, I was asked to come in and look at the last exhibit, which was up on the third floor. It had gotten into a bit of disrepair because the volunteers had either poor health or had passed on and needed some new energy. And we worked on it in 2010 for Home for the Holidays. We managed to keep it running through Home for the Holidays, but it was not in good shape. It was old. Right after Home for the Holidays, a member of the staff who happened to be my neighbor and knew I was into trains said, "Hey, how about we build a new one?" Well, that's a model railroader's dream. To build a railroad on somebody else's dime, yeah. And then they said, on the first floor. Well, my first thought was, this room, but it wasn't available. And so we built it over in the Dickinson Gallery. And over the years, and that was 2011 we started it. We had it open for the first Home for the Holidays in 2011, but it was pretty raw. There was a lot of exposed plywood. There were just trains running. We had a little bit of scenery done, and it was the following year that we really got it towards this condition. Over the years, we've added, as technology's changed, we've been adding Arduinos underneath the layout to have interactive things, push buttons, carousels, car crusher, different things. Sorry to say today none of that is working because our total thing for the move was to get the trains running again, get the scenery fixed. Between now and Home for the Holidays and afterwards, we will have more and more interactive items working. It's a never-ending project. People say, when is it going to be done? It's never done. Never done. We're here every Thursday for at least a couple of hours. 2 years ago, through the summer, we pulled all the trees off. We washed them. We refoliated them, however you want to say it, put new leaves on. We upgraded areas. We put a Christmas tree farm in. We added a lumber cutting area. We just did a lot of work over that summer. And then Michael, the director, came to me and said, "Hey, what do you think about moving it?" Right. Sure, Michael, no problem. We didn't think he was for real. Well, last year around Home for the Holidays, it started sounding more and more real, and after the first of the year, it was real. So we started planning. We wanted to cut it in as big a pieces as possible, and I'll dare you as you come in and look around to find a cut. Because it came in here in 9 pieces. We had hydraulic jacks, we had dollies, we had my team of volunteers, and when we get ready to cut, I'm gonna bring them all here to the ribbon. They're all in here. Starting July 1st, we closed the exhibit and we started preparations. And not only did we have to move it, we had to lower it by 5 inches. So we had to cut the legs and we had to cut the wainscoting. And then we had to cut electrical. There's probably, we don't even know how much wire is underneath. Lots. I mean, we're talking thousands of feet of wire to run all of the street lights and the trains and everything. So we're here now. We're here where we thought we would be 14 years ago in this room. But we're not done with this room. The local Railroad Historical Society has volunteered to help us with changing some of the wall pictures and stuff. And we're going to work with the museum exhibit team because there was a huge amount of railroad history here in Broome, and not just Broome County, in the southern tier. And if you look on the back walls, there were 5 railroads that ran through this area. A lot of people don't realize that. So we want to put some of that railroad history on the walls. Here come the scissors. Oh, Ed, yes, one more thing. Once we cut, we'd like you all to go over to the back wall, over to the Owego area, because we're going to have a second ribbon cutting. Okay. The Owego area was not visible while it was in that room because it was on the far wall. Now we have a walkway back there, and who's going to cut the ribbon? The train. Oh. We have a ribbon to put across the tracks, and the train is going to break through the ribbon. So get all of my volunteers, guys. Any of come on over. I want all of you here because these were all the guys that made it happen this time in the move.
Come on, don't be shy.
Yeah.
Don't be shy. Come on, get in here.
All right. I hear these are pretty sharp. So, 1, 2, 3. Now, like I said, if you all come on in, head around. They're our longest volunteers, so we've asked them to hold the tape. Rich, fire it up. The steam engine's going to come around. It's got a little ways to travel. Hold it down just a little. There you go. Please enjoy. Ask any questions.
This is like a home for the holidays turned out.
All right, so I'll give you an overview of how big the layout is. And I'm going to start in this back corner because it's quiet back here. I believe they said the back tracks are the Lackawanna and the tracks in the foreground are the Erie. Okay, so the way I'm going to shoot this is I'll concentrate on the foreground, and you can see back in here we have a background part of the layout. This is cool, the Strucka Viaduct. That is a beauty.
Yeah. Go ahead now.
Nice to meet you. This is really awesome. You guys worked so hard.
How did the thing finish up? Good? Haven't yet.
Are you still working on the
We're responsible. We're trying to keep you busy.
It's pretty much done.
I appreciate that.
You do, but you don't like it when you bring stuff.
That name is familiar.
I think you had a good time with the house.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It'll be nice for it next week.
Now here's a detail I would love to have on my dream layout. It's the gateway to Square Deal. There's two of these in the Binghamton area over Main Street. Okay, we started here, so now we'll concentrate on the other side of the aisle here. There's a famous Binghamton station. There's a control panel. This is a DC layout. I don't think the LEDs are showing up quite right on the video, but they're not moving in real life.